The ideas and opinions expressed in the Black Shirt podcast are not necessarily the ideas and opinions of our sponsors.
Yeah, we're back.
That's right, motherfucker.
That's right. It's the Black Shirt Podcast. I'm Clint.
And I'm Dirk. And that's right.
All right.
Don't you forget it, sister.
Woo!
What's going on, America?
Not much. We're back. It's
Yep.
the Black Shirt Podcast.
That's right. Episode 8.
Episode 8.
This many. If you
That's
didn't know.
right. We're going to talk a bunch of stuff, about a bunch of stuff today. Special thanks to all of our new viewers and followers and stuff. So if you get a chance, go down, like subscribe, do all the stuff that it says down here. Like, subscribe, follow us. If you like listening to podcasts, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, all the podcasts.
Except for title.
That's right. And you can also check us out on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. We put all the stuff along with smaller clips if you don't feel like watching this long whole thing. But we have a good time, and we're glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about, the new Mutants movie, Bill and Ted's Black Widow, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
KFC.
Mando 3. The Boys, Raised by Wolves, Jetpacks, and Elon Musk, and all kinds of cool stuff.
All kinds of cool things.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff.
Lots of fun
We'll
stuff.
start it off with a real downer, though. How about that? How about we
Yeah.
drop this motherfucker straight down to a 2?
Boom.
We lost one of the greats today, or well, I guess not today, but we're talking about it today.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, aka the Black Panther, everybody's fave. He passed away from colon cancer, 43 years old, 43 years young. What a loss, tragic loss. He had really just kind of like caught his stride too.
Yeah.
Just became like a big star.
And blew everyone away. Like me, the Black Panther was not a comic book character that I really read a lot of and grew up with. And as soon as I saw the movie, I fell in love with the character, and he did the best job, and quickly became a favorite of everyone. So our hearts go out to Chadwick Boseman's family, and also we're gonna put a link. I was watching Beyond the Trailer, and I saw they were taking donations for St. Jude's, and apparently Chadwick Boseman did a bunch of visiting kids and stuff, and he was a really charitable guy, and he apparently liked that charity. So what we're going to do is in our comments, we're going to put the link, a place that you can donate to St. Jude's, and yeah.
I had a cousin that went to St. Jude's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was sick when he was a little kid, and he was a St. Jude. St. Jude, for those of you who don't know, patron saint of lost causes.
Ah.
That's why that's such a poignant name for that hospital. Is because it's for kids that like aren't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Basically. So it's
Well,
kind of fucked up to say out loud, but it's also.
But what a better cause to donate to. So if you can, you've got money's
we'll be
tight for some
donating
people.
100% of the profits from this episode to the St. Jude's
Yes,
Children's Hospital.
absolutely. So let's move on here. What else do we got? We had another loss actually in the last 12 hours ago?
Yeah, it's a 20 hours-ish.
Yeah, Norm Spencer.
Yeah, that's not a very household name, but when we pop the picture,
Boom.
you're going to know who we're talking about. That's right.
The voice of Cyclops.
From the X-Men animated cartoon, arguably the greatest fucking cartoon theme song in the history of time. This guy also did a bunch of other stuff, but like when you hear Scott Summers' voice, when you think of Cyclops, that's the voice that you hear.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing with Kevin Conroy as Batman. It's like that's just the voice of that guy. So real big hit for Marvel in the past couple of hours, or I guess couple of days.
Yeah.
Not an awesome time for
No.
the fans and all the all of the friends and family associated. Obviously, I think this guy was older though. This guy was like he was kind of up there. So it was
I don't know his age, but when you have a loss, of course, age doesn't matter. It's a loss for him. So hearts go out to the families of both of those.
Yeah, shout out to everybody except for Cyclops himself, because fuck Cyclops. I have a vendetta.
Dirk does not like Cyclops.
What's to like?
Not the voice actor
No,
for
he was
Cyclops.
great. He was awesome.
Not the actor for
but the character himself, Cyclops. Like who? What the fuck? Whose favorite superhero is Cyclops? Nobody. The answer is no. He's nobody's favorite superhero.
This is an extension of a conversation we were having, and I'm like, dude, we can't go into.
Yes,
we
we
can't
can.
bag on Cyclops. We
can.
We just lost the amazing voice actor who did Cyclops.
Yeah, but he's not Cyclops. He is his own person. Cyclops is a separate entity, And that guy sucks, okay? Just going to say it out loud and say it proud. No, how do you get to be the leader of the X-Men? It's like, what is your power? I can turn into ice and float around on a skiff board. Dope. What's your power? I'm a psychic wizard from the future past, and I can turn people's brains into mush. Dope. What about you? My bones are made of metal, and I can pop claws out of my hands and heal from any wound.
Ooh, that's super dope.
Sweet. I think I'm going to put the guy whose power is the biggest liability. I think that's who we're going to put in charge of the team. Also, the man who can be killed with just regular ass bullets. Just get shot by a normal old guy, and you're dead, and you lose. And the leader of the team. What's this girl's power? She can control the weather with her mind. Wow. Yeah, she answers to the eyeball dude. Fucking stupid. I never understood that. He's such a chump, too. He's also a big dick. He's a dick all the time, constantly just like flexing on people and driving around in his stupid fucking car. He can't run fast. I hate him. I could talk for hours about how much I fucking hate Cyclops. He sucks.
Oh, boy.
What a dumb character. It's like, it's just such a liability.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that? If looks could kill?
Yeah.
There's a pun for Cyclops. You're welcome, America. You're welcome.
We're going to get canceled because people will be like, how could you
I
talk
love
about
Cyclops. He's my favorite.
Yeah, we're not talking about any of the actors who have portrayed Cyclops.
No. It's like if I say I love Batman, that doesn't mean I love George Clooney.
Or Val Kilmer. But how can you not love Val Kilmer after he played Doc Holliday? Like,
yeah, and his upcoming role as the Penguin in the new Robert Pattinson Batman movie is going to be amazing. All right, so R.I.P. to those people and fuck Cyclops for the record. And
well. All right. Well, speaking of mutants.
Oh, good segue.
Yeah.
My favorite.
And some lame mutants.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Barely a mutant. He's not even a fucking mutant.
Yeah. Dude, I saw the New Mutants today. I had
the royal we.
Yes. I had a it's like the Pope.
I cracked you with Cyclops. You're fucked.
You did. I'm like, you can't. This Edge, it's not what.
There's nothing you can do.
All right. Moving forward, the New Mutants. I had the best day. I saw the New Mutants, and then I got up and I walked across the hall and I watched Bill and Ted's. It was amazing.
I saw Bill and Ted
I paid
too.
for both movie tickets. I didn't theater hop. No, I didn't hop.
Not
I paid
in 2020.
for both. No, I'm supporting the theaters. I want all the businesses, man. Everybody needs all the help they can get. But New Mutants was great. I really liked the actress that played Magic. At first, I didn't like her. I felt like the accent went in and out. And I was like, what's going on here? And I thought it was a little rough, but something about her was endearing. And by the end of the show, she became my favorite. She's also plays kind of a bitch in this movie.
Yeah.
And like, she's just, well, she's
kind of a Cyclops.
Well, they're all teenagers who've got, she's a teenager with an attitude problem, and they're all pissed, and they're all have these mutant abilities that they've just gotten, and some of them have hurt people, and they've got all these emotional problems, and they're in group therapy and all this stuff, and that's why they're all locked up.
It's a very new age approach to being a mutant, doing therapy and touching
and
a doll.
I'm not going to do any spoilers. I've got some theories on this movie. Maybe I'll go back to them later. I would have liked for it to have been a secret of what some of the abilities of some of the people were, and there'd been people that have been through some tragic or traumatic events in this movie, and I wish that they had not revealed who they were, maybe, and like, if say they were speechless for a while because they were in shock or something.
Yeah, they tilt their hand a little too early.
Yeah, and then like right away I was like, okay, I know exactly what's going on. I know why these things are happening, and so it wasn't a big surprise to me. It was still fun though.
Yeah, it sucks when they do that, and you think you know what's going to happen in the movie, and then it turns out that you were right, and you've just been sitting there waiting for it for an hour and 45. I like it when they fuck with your brain a little.
I think
they make you think something's going to happen, and then and you're like, oh shit. I guess it's called a twist.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a couple of twists and things in there that they threw in, but I didn't think they landed very strong.
How was Sam Guthrie, my favorite?
He was great. He was good.
God, cannonball.
Played a good redneck. He was good.
That's the best. Redneck superhero is such a fucking tight superhero. I don't care what anybody says.
If they get picked up to do another new
spoiler alert, they won't.
Yeah, not they wouldn't be the not really New Mutants anymore. Like I think even if they use some of these characters later, they could be good. They didn't use their powers a lot because they didn't know how to control them really.
Iron Man 3 situation.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was fun. And again, I've been watching movies from home and been on the couch and not getting any movies. So I had a great time.
It's cool to go and be in the theater. I want to go see Tenet tomorrow. I think
it was better than Agents of Shield
was it?
Which I loved for a minute, but then I was like, come on, something happened. It was kind of I experienced a little bit of that. Like
it was like if they made a Marvel version of The West Wing. That was what Agents of Shield felt like to me. Like if you are into it, it's very exciting. Like if you're a political person, I'm sure The West Wing is a fucking kick-ass show. It got 7 seasons. But you're also just like, dude, shut up. Let something happen. Like, somebody bomb an embassy or something. Like, fucking respond to something,
I'm ready for some...
It's always just bureaucracy the show. And that's kind of how I feel.
Dude, I never got into that show. I never watched
I don't
that
think
show.
you can until you're like 40. It's just how you have to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could do that now.
But you saw Bill... Oh, I guess so. My bad. But I guess you saw Bill and Ted also?
Dude, saw Bill and Ted. Loved it.
Now that I did see, and I fucking loved it as well.
I loved it. It was, it was weird. I got in there and then I had to remind myself what I was watching and had to remind myself this is a movie like from the 80s. You know what I mean? And it has the same vibe. They didn't go crazy, try to make some crazy new twist. It
was basically the exact same story as the first 2 movies.
Yeah, they did Bill and Ted.
It's like Bill and Ted, something went wrong. They got to fuck around, find out, and fix it, and then rock and roll at the end.
And they did good. And the youngsters that played their daughters, they were awesome. Everybody in it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I thought that, man, what's that bald guy from fucking Barry that he's like from Eastern Europe. And
he's
the robot man.
Oh yes,
he doesn't get enough play in the film.
Guy. He's from Gotham too. He's a badass. In Gotham.
And he really is like a fucking hilarious actor too. He's like really. Have you seen Barry?
Yeah,
dude, he's amazing in Barry. Like he's so good. And then you really expect him to get a couple of zingers in, and he kind of doesn't. Like he just says my name Jeff, and
he sticks his toe into the water, but he
he never gets a full scene of him being. I'm sure there's going to be an extended cut. With lots of extra goodies and
I bet, but I bet you could tell, dude. They'd just let him have it, man. Let him do his thing because it was a good character.
It felt like he got cut for time. I felt like Death kind of got cut for time too.
Death was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah, mine too. But it was fucking 5 minutes, and then it's okay, great, thanks, Death, see ya. And it's the whole second movie is about Death and his relationship with the boys and all of that stuff. And he's one of the funnier parts of the film. So it's there were definitely some laughs, lots of laughs. I got some really good laughs out of the movie. And I did like it, obviously, but it was just one of those where it's it felt it's like when Kevin Smith makes a movie. You always want a little more, you know what I mean? And you get some, and what you get is good, but that extra little 5% is a huge. It sticks out more in a movie like this.
Yeah,
but I still really liked it. I was surprised about the sound. A lot of the soundtrack stuff didn't make it into the movie. The Weezer song wasn't even in the movie.
It was in the credits.
Oh, yeah. But it wasn't in the film. And I thought, they were going to be in the movie, I felt like there were going to be more cameos, too.
Yeah.
And it was pretty light on cameos and guest spots.
It was what is that movie? When Tom Hanks and Tom Hanks' son and...
fucking That Thing You Do?
No. It was... Damn it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I love That Thing You Do.
My old band had a song, and it was on the soundtrack, but we were on the bonus
disc.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. So and my ex girlfriend's sister was real quick, and I'm like, yeah, we're on the blah 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 soundtrack. They're like, bonus disc.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you.
I'm like, hey.
I don't see Tula Barons, Freddie. Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. So next is Falcon, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That is going to be late 2020. That's the next thing on for
We're
Marvel.
Already in late 2020. It's got to be fucking soon.
Better get moving.
I'm pretty stoked on this. I feel really good about it.
I did a little reading, and they said they'd pretty much shot most of their stuff. They had to do some reshoots stuff in Atlanta and finish up a little bit. That was expected to be done in August of some time, and they had like one little thing they had to go back to the Czech Republic and shoot.
Imagine that. Like, you film a whole fucking show, and there's like, guys, there's a 30-second clip we got to redo. Everybody fly back to fucking Czechoslovakia for a day.
Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore.
Well, whatever. Czech Republic. Fly back to fucking Slavia, whichever
Slovakia.
Pick whichever Slavia you want. They're all, you switch them out. But yeah, that's gotta fucking suck. I mean, I guess it's tight if your job is to do that, but then like imagine if you're the guy who just has to go like hold a microphone.
Yeah, the boom operator.
I flew to the Czech Republic.
They don't.
And I held a boom.
They don't do the Czech. They don't get Czech. But dude, I have friends in the Czech Republic.
I have a friend in the Czech
would
Republic.
Gladly hold the boom mic.
Jenna Griffin. She's from Nacogdoches. She moved to the Czech Republic when we were like 20, and when I went to Germany with my brother last year, she came and met us in Germany and fucking hung out. It was nuts. She just lives there like it's a normal place.
My buddy Chi-Chi, man, he's like the mayor of Prague. We call him the mayor.
She lives in Prague.
And
she did.
Sasha,
I don't know what she's doing now, but she was living in Prague last time I saw her.
What's her name?
Jenna Griffin.
Jenna Griffin.
Man.
Well, shout out to Jenna Griffin.
Special
and
lady.
Shout out to my friend Sasha and my friend Chi-Chi in
shout out to the whole, how about the whole fucking Czech Republic?
Yeah, how about it?
Shout out to the whole goddamn Czech Republic.
Well, what else? What else we got going on? Winter Soda. Man, all right, let's see here. What's this next week? Oh yeah, in speaking of, well, first off, we just wanted to put a picture of Gina Carano up there.
We do love Gina Carano here.
This could be maybe from season 3.
Maybe. Maybe not.
What else could happen in season 3? Maybe we'll get a little bit of Luke Skywalker action.
Speaking of what's his name, Sebastian Stan.
Yeah,
I always want to say Sebastian Shaw.
This guy right here.
They've set him up to play Luke Skywalker as a young man in Mandalorian season 3, according to my sources. Which I'm gonna I like saying my sources because my source is the same as everyone else's.
My source is the internet.
It's the internet. Yeah, it's everybody's fucking source.
Yeah,
but supposedly. Obviously, there's going to be some restrictions on Mark Hamill being able to play Luke Skywalker in the past, and it's like, okay, do we fucking hologram him? Do we fucking do the face
CG
thing, the
thing?
CG the face, which does work. Like, I mean, it worked on Arnold.
It worked on Robert De Niro.
Worked on De Niro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Benjamin Button. I mean,
sure, you could, but why would you when you could do this?
Oh my God!
That's him. That's Sebastian Stan. For those of you who are listening, you're not going to get the full effect here.
No,
so
you're not.
Make sure you watch this on YouTube so you can see this. But
that's right. But
that's him.
Even do a Google image search of Luke Skywalker, Sebastian Stan. Yeah, we're gonna go back. Oh, there they are.
Pretty similar.
Boom.
Yeah.
Now they're the same person.
Same guy.
Now they're different. Now they're the same person.
It's nuts. There's like the only difference is that Sebastian Stan has a little bit more of a jawline than Mark Hamill did. He's like a little bit fuller in the jaw. Other than that, it's spitting fucking image.
Dude, you can't argue with that. It's like when they recast for young Han Solo, you know what I mean? People were like, hey, and I was like, he was solid. I thought he did a good job. I mean, what do you want?
But this is going to blow people's fucking minds.
Yeah, this
dude.
is crazy.
You seeing this is going to be like when you see like a fucking, I don't know. I feel like it's like seeing Bigfoot, like where you like, you're not going to believe it when you first look at it. You're going to be like, dude, what did they do? And it's like, they didn't do anything. They just got a guy that looks perfect.
They cut
his hair.
His demeanor is like really different, though. He's really intense.
He's
so you're going to have him like sitting around saying power converters.
Yeah. Well, so no, I think that this in the Mandalorian season 3, by that point, you're dealing with a much darker, moodier Luke Skywalker. You're dealing with almost went to the dark side, started the Jedi Academy, fell in love, even though you're not supposed to, with Mara Jade, like starts like basically reinterpreting what it means to be a Jedi. Because Luke really, that's his role in the whole thing, is that it's like, here's this long list of shit you're supposed to do. And he's just basically like, well, I'm gonna do a bunch of other stuff. How about that? Like, what are you going to do about it? I'm the only Jedi in the world left, so I kind of get to pick how it goes, right?
How about that?
And so I think that you're going to be dealing with like, yeah, like, what's the fucking Shadows of the Empire Luke Skywalker. And now that I think about it, I hadn't even really put this together. But Mandalorian's timeline seems like it would sync up with Shadows of the Empire pretty close. Maybe not exactly the same era. Definitely within the same, like, 100 years. So I don't know exactly how it's going to work, and I don't know how the timelines line up, but from the pictures of The Mandalorian where you have the Empire like kind of in disarray, and they still are like trying to pull strings from behind the shadows and like still trying to get back into power. They're not entirely gone.
Yeah.
That's kind of the Shadows of the Empire vibe. Is it's like the Empire is still a force to be reckoned with, but they're not in charge anymore. It's like I guess
Force to be reckoned
kind of how you still had you had Nazis after World War II, but they weren't the Nazis.
Yeah, they all moved to South America.
Yeah, and they were trying to like rebound and rebuild, and for a little bit, not for a long time, but they were definitely trying to like get back to where they were, which was in charge of the whole goddamn world. So I think that if you get, dude, if the segue from Mandalorian season 3 is to Shadows of the Empire, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, it'd be super dope.
Plus, this guy's young. I mean, he's a virile young man. I mean, he plays fucking Winter Soldier, where he's jumping around, flip kicking people in the neck and stuff all day long. So it's like you're gonna get to see the Luke Skywalker that you always wanted to see. You get to see him jump off a fucking guy's neck and then flip kick a dude in the face.
Yes,
force push a dude off a cliff.
I bet you they're secretly planning to maybe do a series down the line. They're like, let's test out the internet.
That's been the theme.
See if people are a bunch of crybabies that are hating on everything. Like, you know, people are crying too much, then we won't do it. But if the people are cool and
that ties back to what we talked about in the last episode, where it's like screen testing through the Mandalorian is kind of what they've tipped their hand as what they're going to do, where it's like, we're going to give Boba Fett a little bit of love in the show to see if there's a demand. Which is like, I don't fucking stand that. There's a demand. There's been a demand since fucking like 81 for a Boba Fett standalone anything.
Yeah.
All we got were those fucking books. I got like three novels, and it was like, cool, that's it. That's what you get, Boba Fett.
Well, let's give him a guy that looks like Boba Fett, and then we'll just change the whole story.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's that's exactly what happened. It was just
what do you want his job to be? Let's make him a bounty hunter.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What about how's he gonna look? Let's make him look exactly the same as Boba Fett, but silver instead. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Good. Sounds
Works.
cool.
It's
right.
close enough.
It's brilliant. I love it. Sounds like an executive. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, we got The Boys.
Yeah, man, that's fucking
The Boys.
That's tomorrow night, I guess. Technically at midnight. Comes out September 4th.
Yeah.
So, let's give a shout out. The only positive upswing to the whole COVID coronavirus fucking thing is that I've been able to fucking hibernate through. I watched this on TV when it premiered season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking blinked, and we're at season 2 now. And so that is definitely something that's to be,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's gonna I know like season 3 is where it's really gonna get hot. That's where Jensen Ackles is gonna get in the mix. We talked about that too. But season 2 of The Boys. One thing about, can you zoom on that? Can you get the Aquaman looking guy? That should have been Sean William Scott. I've bitched about this a lot before. But that guy, Stifler, would have been perfect
totally,
for the
dude.
Deep.
Yeah.
Dude. And when you watch the show and you hear him talk, you're like, dude, he must have like cost an extra $10,000 or something. And they just were like, fuck it. Nah, it's fine. We'll just use this dude. He's like great value, Sean William Scott.
Maybe Sean William Scott just like, he COVIDed out and like put on like, this would have been, this would have been, they would have had to done that. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, he did get fat. He got fat for Goon on purpose. And maybe he couldn't cut to weight because that guy's in really good shape.
Oh, yeah, super.
But when you when you hear him talk, close your eyes. And you're going to be like, damn, they really fucking wanted. They probably told him, hey, talk like Stifler from American Pie. And he's like, yeah, okay. All right. Well. And so super stoked for this. Really ready to see A-Train get his fucking comeuppance. I don't know if you watched season 1.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But I'm ready for him to get kicked in the fucking nuts. That's what I want. And I'd really like to see Mother's Milk use his powers, because in the comic book, is not something I guess you should talk about, but I'm doing it. In the comic book, Mother's Milk has powers, and he gets his powers because his mom worked at like a nuclear power plant or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she was breastfeeding him as a child, hey, it's Kathleen, the best fucking person in the world.
Hey.
So his mom, when she breastfed him, the breast milk
gave him
powers. And so he still breastfeeds to this day, even as an old man, because that's where he gets his powers. So like in the comic books, it's like a 38-year-old guy sucking on a big titty to get the powers to go fight superheroes, which is like, that's crazy. And obviously you probably can't get away with the Boys comic is a lot darker than the show.
Oh, really?
It is.
And
Did you see Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
So Kick-Ass 2, Kick-Ass, the comic book, is
Yeah.
so much worse. Where it's like, just for scale, you know, Red Mist in the movie, he like kills somebody, right?
Yeah.
In the comic book, he uses like the big R word and does that to Hit Girl.
Oh wow.
And that's why that's where the climax of the movie comes in. And so it's like, obviously you can't do that on TV, but that level of difference is the same with the boys. I think same guy, Mark Millar or Grant Morrison. They're both kind of like that though, where they're like, they don't pull any fucking punches in their comics.
Wow.
They're very like, no, dude, real life is real fucking fucked up, and sometimes fucked up shit happens, and these are realistic people and with realistic problems. And so yeah, like that's the same thing with like Homelander. I think Homelander is like a kid toucher or something.
Oh, geez.
In the comics, like he's a real piece of shit, like extra piece of shit. He's not just like it's not like, oh, he has mommy issues, which is like very tame.
Yeah.
But when you're like the meat of that is that it makes you really hate these fucking characters because like, yeah, that guy's a prick. But when you like see that, you're like, oh, fucking hell no. Kill that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, and then they're on public and they're heroes, and then you hate their guts.
Oh,
like,
you hate them so much
that's
more.
Actually, it's really brilliant, actually, to make you like really, really hate these people. Like,
it's something to be said for art, where it's like some stuff like it's uncomfortable to talk about, but sometimes the point of art is to make you uncomfortable, and sometimes to really drive home how bad of a person is, you have to tell the truth. And it's like, dude, it's like if that guy's the R word. It's like, that's the worst thing you can be, right? So it kind of doesn't do it justice when it's like, oh, he shot a guy. And that's the comparison from TV to comic.
Right.
So I'm not saying they should put that on TV. I'm just a lot of kid touching happening in the comics from my friend Garrett. He can back me up on that because it's the truth. But I'm stoked. The show was really good, very well done. Still really gory. Still really fucking like... Still super brutal, but there's just that little bit of hatred. You don't hate the bad guys quite as much because they're not as shitty as they were in the comics, which is saying something because they're still pieces of shit in the show.
Yeah. Cool. I can't wait.
I'm so stoked it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down for any content. The other show that I'm really excited about that happens on the 3rd, which is tomorrow, or is that today?
It's tomorrow. Or it's today at
midnight.
Today's the 1st, second.
I'm like, what?
I don't know what fucking day it is, bro.
It's the 1st. It's the 1st.
So tomorrow at midnight.
Tomorrow at midnight is Raised by Wolves.
Yep. I saw the trailer for this.
Yeah, the trailer looks super badass, and everybody knows me. Knows I'm a sci-fi dude, so I'm like, excited about that.
Yeah, and you've got Ridley Scott as executive producer.
Yep.
And trailer looks really good.
You have to have HBO Max to see this. I have.
If you have HBO Go, you automatically get HBO Max, just for the record, for everybody out there in Hollywood.
Through the Roku?
Yeah, if you already have an HBO Max or HBO Go subscription, you download the HBO Max app and log in with your HBO Go credentials. And it'll let you in.
This is on a computer or
anything?
They've had some problems with the Amazon Fire Stick and the Roku.
Well, I guess I can't speak to those specifically.
Yeah,
but
those two platforms.
In principle, it said like when you go to HBO Max, it says if you already have HBO Go, just use your HBO Go credentials and you'll get HBO Max.
Yeah, they've got that going on, but they've like I found out I have 2 different HBO subscriptions.
We should refer to HBO Go. It should now be called HBO Minimum.
Yeah.
So there's HBO Min and HBO Max.
Well, I was almost calling them HBO Go Fuck Yourself because I
had a lot of trouble with the app.
You can't use it on Roku or Amazon, so you cannot.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have to take the laptop out of my office and take it into the other room and hook up an HDMI cable and do it that way.
That's a big hassle.
Which is fine, but sometimes I just want to chill before bed and I'm tired and I don't want to have to hook up a bunch of technology when I have a remote control in my hand. So you know what I end up doing, HBO Go? I end up watching another show.
HBO Go watch something else.
Yes. So HBO, get it together because it's embarrassing and I'm very pissed about it.
And it's fucking, and I've had enough of it.
You ever hear me get fired up about stuff?
No,
HBO Go. Maybe if we start an internet campaign to shame HBO, they will get it together. It's embarrassing. Like it is.
I got a lot of problems with you people. And you're going to hear about it.
It's sad. And yeah, it's super, super sad. And the end result, I think I'm getting billed on 2 HBOs. I think I have one through my Roku, and then another one that I set up
need to
online.
call and raise hell.
Oh, I will.
They need to spend some of those goddamn Game of Thrones dollars.
It has to do with the
on the fucking app.
It has to do with some of the portal situations to where like you can watch some stuff through Amazon.
Right.
And it's all about who gets the data and stuff, and they want to be able to. It's screwed up. So that's none of our business. We just want to log in and see our shows. You know what I mean? So quit feuding companies and get it together.
Figure it out. Get your head out of your ass.
But thanks for making the show because it looks good, and also I'm enjoying Doom Patrol. So I think I'm caught up.
That is the big upswing of HBO Max is you get all the fucking DC stuff.
Yeah.
Soon that'll have Titans and Stargirl and all the other HBO shows as well.
And someday, maybe when HBO Max gets their shit together, we can watch all that stuff easily instead of having to move a laptop.
You yell at fucking HBO Max.
Instead of having to move a laptop from another room.
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm fucking stoked.
I'm not okay with that.
This is the hill that Clint wants to die on. Fuck.
Yeah, HBO.
Don't make me move my laptop. It's the don't tread on me. But
HBO.
It's the don't make me move my laptop. The Gadsden flag. Don't make me move my fucking laptop. Never mind.
Hashtag. I'm starting a hashtag. HBO go.
Fuck yourself.
FY.
Go HBO Goofy.
HBO Jeff. GOFY. Yes. Get it together.
So Raised by Wolves tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's going to be awesome.
The Boys tomorrow. Lots of primetime television happening.
Lots of good stuff
here in the future.
And then when the great thing is I have Blacklist. Whenever
you can always depend on James Spader.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever I'm like, I don't have the strength to hook up a laptop to an HDMI cable, I'll just watch Blacklist instead of anything on HBO Go.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
And I do that from Netflix, the people that make it easy.
That ought to be their slogan.
Actually, no. Actually, this is how lazy I am. I do it on Amazon. I will pay $1.99 for one episode of Blacklist, so that I don't have to get out of bed and set all that crap up because I want to see something I like.
I've so done that.
I'll
have something on DVD and it'll be on the shelf in the other part of my house, and I'll be like, I got $2.
Amazon.
I got $2.
I got two thumbs.
I can watch I want to watch Blues Brothers. Yeah, I got 50 cents, whatever. And so that's all the TV stuff. A lot of good shit. I mean, that'll last us about a day. You get all of The Boys.
Yeah.
Or is it airing sequentially? No. It's coming out all at once.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Last
one did, right?
I know that. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it.
I remember I watched.
I know that. Speaking of HBO Max, HBO Go to Hell. HBO Go to Hell.
Really ripping on HBO.
Yeah,
we're never gonna get that HBO sponsor.
No, I'm not worried about it. HBO Go to Hell releases Doom Patrol weekly. I want to binge watch that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what I do?
No, they binged the first season. I watched it all in one go.
I watched it all. Yeah, that's because it was on DC Universe.
No. I'm talking about The Boys.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
I'm like 100%.
That's because Amazon knows how to release shows, unlike HBO Go to Hell, who is
piecing it out.
Yeah,
but they're trying to build that subscription for HBO Max. They're trying to get that.
They're trying really poorly because people can't download the HBO Go app on 2 major platforms.
Yeah.
I think I've ranted about this enough, but
hey, I'm not going to hold you in contempt for ranting about something because that's what I do.
But dude, for weeks I just stopped watching Doom Patrol
just because it was too annoying.
Yes, and yesterday I watched like 4 episodes in a row, and I was like, okay, now I'm enjoying myself. You know what I mean?
Doom Patrol's so fucking good too. I love Brendan Fraser so much.
He's awesome,
in general.
dude. He's the best.
Just as a dude, have you ever seen that picture of him where he went to a restaurant and somebody asked him for his autograph and he signed a headshot and he was like, I'm Brendan Fraser. I liked the steak. I was in The Mummy. And then that's its signature. I enjoyed the steak. I was in The Mummy. Brendan Fraser. Fucking amazing.
He's probably arguably the best character on that show.
Dude, The Mummy, Alan Tudyk is really good too. He's fucking amazing. But The Mummy doesn't get enough credit, bro. Mummy was a fucking awesome franchise that made millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And all of them are good. Even the worst one, which is the fucking Curse of the Yeti's armpit or whatever, with fucking Jet Li.
What about that movie where Devil in Disguise or Devil? So it had Elizabeth Hurley was the devil.
Oh,
and
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's a good one too. And then even Monkey Bone was kind of funny.
I loved it. He's like, oh, ¿puedo hablar español? He's like, whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was good. I don't give a fuck.
good.
I stand for fucking Brendan Fraser. Stand with me.
We got you, bro.
We got you.
We
Brendan
got you.
Fraser and Gina Carano, whatever her name is.
Yes.
They're in. They're allowed.
Unless they're on HBO.
First 3 episodes will air on September 4th, and then the remaining will go live each week on Amazon Prime Video. Thanks to Garrett for clarifying. That's The Boys. The Boys will have the first 3 episodes will drop tomorrow night at midnight, or the next day at midnight, and then the rest will be sequential throughout the next upcoming weeks. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. My buddy Phil says, what did he say? The Boys was good. He misspelled boys.
The Buoys.
The Buoys was good. It's a movie about boats.
I loved Watchmen a lot. Watchmen got a lot of. Oh, you mean the Watchmen show? Fuck you, man. No way. Are you high?
Did you see the Watchmen show?
I watched the Watchmen show. Who watches the Watchmen is the slogan for that show because it sucked.
Doom Patrol just jumped the shark for me. I just couldn't get into it. Got through many episodes. I loved it.
Watchmen TV show was not even close to as good as The Boys. You're crazy, Phil Davis. I will die on that hill. You're nuts. Watchmen movie's great. Watchmen comic incredible.
Yeah.
Show was meh. A lot of time travel. You always kind of start fucking shit up. And that was like the beauty of the film was it was like they stayed away from the time travel stuff that Dr. Manhattan can do. And it was just like, hey, Chloe, you just fucking up our podcast over there? That's cool.
Yeah, Chloe just scratching.
Just jingling around.
Yeah. I really like Doom Patrol. It's not like they do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's not predictable. You know what I mean? And that's what's great. It's so weird.
It's absurdist humor. It's like if Salvador Dali made a comic TV show. Yeah, who watches The Watchmen? Not me.
Let's see what else we got in here.
Jokes today.
Brendan Fraser's best word. Blast from the Path.
Oh, Blast from the Past is a great movie.
Yeah, we'll put her comment up
here. Is that Phil or is that Kathleen?
That's Kathleen.
With impeccable taste as always.
Yes.
They drink Dr. Pepper and they like it hot. That's Blast from the Past is one of... Man, there's a fucking line in Blast from the Past. I don't know if I can get away with saying it. I want to so bad. He comes out of the thing, and there's a lady who works for the post office, and she's a black lady. And he says, oh, my lucky stars, a Negro, because he grew up in the 50s. If you haven't seen Blast from the Past, he lives in a bunker because they think a bomb goes off in the 50s. And then he comes out of the bunker in the 90s. And in the 50s, things were not so hot for black people. I don't know if you guys knew that, but in the future, she's just a normal, regular member of society, and she works as a mail carrier.
Right.
And he's super surprised to see a black person walking around. And she, of course, is like, fuck you, motherfucker. And it's fucking hilarious. It's really good.
I've never seen. I'm gonna have to go watch that movie.
Yeah, and he says it from a place of purity. Like he's like, oh God, like you guys made it. Like, oh my God. And she's like, of course, she's like, it's in downtown LA in the 90s, and he's dressed as like a 50s with like a flat top, and she's like, fuck you. And it's really great. That movie's amazing. That doesn't get enough credit. Also, who's the guy from fucking Kids in the Hall? Dave Foley.
Dave Foley,
underrated. So good in that movie. Really, really good.
Poor Dave Foley. He got just destroyed in a bad divorce.
Just recently?
No, I mean it's been a few
is that
years.
Why
but
he's been out of the limelight a little bit.
I heard it on Rogan or something. But it's like it like destroyed him. Took him like.
Poor guy, because what a dude. He's so good. You know what? He's good in another movie, superhero movie that doesn't get very much credit that should. Sky High. Did you ever see that?
Mm-mm.
It's got fucking Patrick Swayze. Or no, I'm sorry. It's got Kurt Russell. It's got Dave Foley. Uh-oh.
They had
Kurt Russell, Dave Foley. It's got Farva from Super Troopers is in it. Bruce Campbell's there. And it's about a high school where kids of superheroes go to school. And they teach you how to like use your powers and stuff. Kind of X-Men-y.
Yeah.
But like a funny kids version of X-Men.
What's it called?
Sky High. And it's one of those movies kind of like Shrek where like if you watch it with your kids, they won't notice any of the overt humor that's like kind of aimed at adults.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of Shrek. Like the fact, I don't know if any of you guys ever noticed in Shrek that the John Lithgow's character's name is Lord Farquaad. And if you say that really fast, it's Lord Fuckwad. And there's even some people in the movie with accents that say Lord Fuckwad. And a little kid's never gonna notice that.
Yeah.
But an adult is gonna be, did he just say fuckwad? He call that guy, he called John Lithgow fuckwad? I got dibs on Zack Attack. Yeah, so check out Sky High if you haven't seen that one. That's a classic. It's really good.
Sweet. Well, what else?
Where are we at? We in the news?
Oh, it's time for some news. We got
A little quick motherfucking Barry
boom
Allen.
news flash.
Get it? It's a news flash. Because the flash is
Yes.
there, and it's the news.
Yes.
Flash. We can change this out, too.
And
Into
now
Flash
it's
Thompson.
time for the news
No one will
with
get
your
it.
hosts, Clint Baker and Dirk Gage.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
the news is pretty wacky right now, so...
A man in a jetpack was spotted. A pilot.
Yeah, at LAX.
A pilot at LAX said at age
Two.
Yeah,
pilots.
two pilots
Corroborated.
I just saw a guy outside the window in a jetpack.
This is Breaker 943 calling air traffic control. I got a man in a jetpack flying close to my retention altitude. Can you copy?
Nope, he just got sucked into the engine.
Yeah. So two separate fucking pilots said that they saw a guy in a jetpack flying 3,000 feet in the air above LAX on the way to the, what's it called? I guess the
tarmac?
The tarmac, when you like landing ramp, I guess.
The landing strip?
Landing strip. Not the strip club in Austin.
Not the patch of hair.
But it is, so one guy calls it in, says, hey, mission control, there's a fucking guy in a fucking jetpack up here.
And somebody said that somebody actually filmed this footage from one of the windows. They said, yes, this was the guy in the jetpack.
So this is what the first guy reported right here. And this is his like eyewitness account. And the second pilot also corroborated the story with his eyewitness account, which looked a little more like this. I love that video so much. If you're not watching at home, you should try. You should try to watch it.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, try it on YouTube because just for that little clip right there, because man, I could watch that all day.
Yeah, that's so weird, dude. Like, what could that be? It's like, is it some Lockheed Martin experiment? Is it, we got like...
Is it a fucking UFO, just a plain Jane UFO since Tom DeLonge and all the fucking feds?
Is it Tom DeLonge?
Is it Tom? I didn't even do that, Garrett. I just fucking fed that in there. Or is it just like, we got like, they just declassified tons of UFO shit.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of UFO shit. And it's like, okay... it's a 5,000 page fucking declass. Like, was Jetpack in there and I just didn't see it? Like,
was he wearing foil pants? That's the other thing.
Space pants.
Space pants!
Yeah, I honestly doesn't surprise me a fucking bit. Like, I'm 0% perturbed or surprised that that's happening.
Yeah, they got
maybe it's a Space Force.
They got Space Force. Space Force. They got those air jetpacks.
Those don't go 3,000 feet in the fucking air.
But that's what's crazy
you
about
would be
it.
Dead.
Yeah.
And like that's dead. Like,
so what the hell was that? Is it someone from the future?
Could be. Future Man.
Future spaceman. Was it the Red Angel from Star Trek Discovery? Do you know what that is?
No, I haven't seen Discovery.
The Red Angel. Yeah. Those who know.
I got as far in Discovery as I got is when it turned out that a person was the hyperdrive now, and I was like, all right, I don't fucking jive with that.
He navigated the hyperdrive.
Well, yeah, but he's part of it. Like he's connected to it. You know what I mean? He's like a.
It was a spore-driven hyperdrive. It was not a
right, which is so. I thought that was still a little like out there for me. Where it's like, okay, now it's like a fungus, and the fungus.
Dude, we're just all vibration.
Bro,
that's all we are is vibrations.
That's all we are.
And these spores knew how to vibrate with the universe. So
yeah, and that's how we got quantum space travel. So
that's right.
Jetpack Man, who knows? I'm pretty sure it's the harbinger of death. What's the fifth horseman of the apocalypse? Fifth horseman of the apocalypse is a dude on a jetpack at LAX, and it doesn't surprise me a bit.
Yes, sir. What else do we got? Speaking of the apocalypse, Elon Musk.
This is the fucking death knell.
Yeah, the NeuroLink.
Have you guys heard about this?
Yes, Elon
Musk. Everybody's favorite Bond villain, Elon Musk. He's about 5 fucking feet away from becoming a Batman villain. In real life, like he's as close as we've gotten. It's crazy because he's the closest we've gotten to Batman and the closest we've gotten to a Batman villain in the same person.
That's
his
interesting.
Newest adventure is a thing called NeuroLink.
And those at home can't see this who are listening, but he's got a giant.
A robot. I mean, it's the best thing.
Yeah, it's a robot, but it looks kind of like a giant microscope slash hole puncher.
It kind of looks like the Mauser droids from Ninja Turtles too.
Yeah, this thing is supposed to go, and in like an hour, it's supposed to be an outpatient procedure. You go in the morning, you get this thing done, and you're out. It punches a hole in your skull. It cuts a hole out of your skull. And Dirk was asking what you do with the piece of skull.
Right. I want to know what they do with the skull
I
piece.
say you walk around with it like a token
like
or something.
Like an AA chip?
Yeah, like AA chip. You just keep that thing in your pocket.
1 year of a hole in my brain.
Yeah, but then in the hole's place, they stick this thing that's got a bunch of
It's
little
like a Fitbit.
wire tentacles that go into your brain.
And he said the thing that creeped me out was he was like, the NeuroLink installs itself. So like we put it in the skull thing, and then it installs the wires in your brain automatically.
Yeah, and then
terrifying.
And they super glue this cap onto your skull. It gets super glued on there, which is crazy.
And he said it was regular ass super glue too. It was not even some special super glue. It's terrifying to think about. It kind of reminds me of. Did you ever see the Faculty?
Yes.
You remember the little worm creatures from the Faculty? That's what this makes me think of. And it's also like, how bad do you need to have like the weather projected onto the inside of your eye? Like, just I have a phone, okay? Like, I don't need like I know there are tons of applications for this. Tons of them.
Will you be able to just like...
But he's pitching it kind of like an iPhone. Like, you know what I mean? He's not pitching it like we're going to use it at hospitals. He's pitching it like you can buy it at the App Store.
You can like just think and see the Ring camera on your front door. Like, oh, yeah, my package from Amazon just got delivered.
You can order stuff with your brain. I'm sure it'll be branded by Amazon, and you can just be like, buy it now. And you'll get... Like, another thing, this thing can probably advertise...
It's Ramazon.
It can advertise to your brain directly, I'm sure. Because it can upload whatever they want, so it can subliminally add, like, "Hey, you should eat at Wendy's."
That's weird, dude.
That's fucking.
That is Matrix.
I know how this storyline goes.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I've seen this one.
Yes.
I think
Yikes.
I've seen this one. What do you mean? This is a rerun. What's a rerun? Yeah. This is terrifying, and probably the last. This jetpack guy, and this is the end times, bro. Enjoy it.
The worst part. I wonder if you could see shows. Through your NeuroLink in your brain, direct download to your brain, but unless they're on HBO Max, then they don't you can't do those. But
you mean like our phones already do underlying chaos? He said imagine if it makes people walk around advertising things. We already do that. You already subliminally, whenever somebody says like, where do I need a coat? Where would I go for a coat? And you go, Berlin Tango Factory, we're more than great coats. And that's NeuroLink.
What if they implanted ideas and opinions that are divisive, and like everybody was disagreeing and fighting in the world? That would be really weird.
I don't think.
Can you imagine? That would be. What would we do?
Yeah. What's the equivalent of taping over my laptop camera with a piece of tape? What's the equivalent of that for NeuroLink?
What if all of the information that we got was like it was manipulated or slanted?
Yeah. What if?
What happened? That would be so weird.
There was a bias to everything that you ever saw on any sort of media output,
and even controlled by politicians. That would be really weird. Man,
that would be crazy. What if? What is Facebook?
So what else? So what else we got? Well, man,
this one's good. This is. I've been waiting for the whole show for this one.
You guys are familiar with?
We're familiar.
Yeah,
with KFC.
Yeah, I'm familiar with KFC.
I'm
for
very
sure.
fucking familiar with KFC.
Yeah, the KFC, it's finger licking good campaign that they've had for years and years.
64 years.
64 years. It's finger licking good. It's
I can
delicious.
attest. I have licked my
many
finger.
times. But that's not healthy during COVID. You can't be doing that.
Now I can't tell if this is like get woke, go broke, or if there really genuinely is some sort of medical concern for people licking their fingers.
It could be a response to all of the hubbub about the Popeyes chicken sandwich. They're like, we got to make some waves somehow.
Yeah, we got to cause some.
We got to do
we
something.
You know what? You know what our chicken lacks that every other chicken has? controversy. We got the Popeyes chicken sandwich. A guy got stabbed over that. We got Chick-fil-A. They hate the gays. And we have just been plain old mom and pop KFC for fucking 120 years. Even though the guy that started the company was like an old Dixiecrat racist, that's not enough. What can we do?
We haven't had any controversy. We haven't had anything since Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire. You know what I mean?
That was Pepsi.
I know. Pepsi owns KFC.
Oh shit! Damn, I just got served.
Boom.
Damn. Pepsi does own KFC
and Taco Bell.
Fuck that. Nobody should own Taco Bell. This is America, goddammit.
So yeah, I mean, like, look at this.
Taco Bell belongs to everyone.
Don't be licking your fingers.
So
Don't do that. That's finger licking.
They're getting rid of finger licking good.
There's some more finger licking. There's so much finger licking. That's how you get pink eye.
That is how you
That's
get.
right. Look,
A lot of stuff happens from finger licking. I've seen some stuff.
I've licked a lot of fingers.
So they've changed the slogan. I mean, obviously they have to come up with something else because you can't just be KFC, right? It's like KFC. You know, KFC's huge in Japan. That's like their Christmas dinner.
Really?
Oh, it's the big. You're getting reserved. KFC in Japan, it's like called like Christmas food. Like that's like Christmas fried chicken, basically.
Can we get Christmas chicken?
Because fried chicken at Christmas is like a Japanese tradition, and they eat KFC pretty much exclusively.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because fried chicken's not like a thing over there, like not our way. That's like the facsimile of it. And so yeah, every Christmas they sell like fucking 65,000 pounds of chicken in Japan, which is insane. I wonder what their slogan is.
I don't know, but I know what the new slogan is.
What is it?
KFC.
It's good. It's good.
That's it.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. So that's it. That's a KFC news, man.
I wish we did a podcast that was just KFC news. Like famous bowls
You're
are back.
listening to the KFC News Podcast.
We're just talking about all things KFC. Try to solve that brown gravy recipe. Did you know that KFC only follows 12 people on Instagram, and it's like 6 guys named Herb and the Spice Girls? I'm serious.
Is that real?
Yeah. Because of the herbs and spices.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
11 herbs and spices, so it's 6 guys named Herb and the Spice Girls, which is fucking hilarious to me. I love KFC. Here's a thing from real life that I never got to take advantage of. The KFC buffet. That's like a thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you go like southeast coast, like or not east coast, but like southeast, like South Carolina.
I feel like I've experienced the buffet, but I can't remember.
I've had it once on tour, and it was like, do you know how fucking crazy it is to just have a goddamn bucket of mashed potatoes and gravy and chicken strips, and you can eat as much as you want? It's awesome.
Dude, I don't know if you remember this, but when I was a kid, yeah, I'm a little older than you are. When I was a kid, they had a Wendy's super bar.
Oh, it was like salad?
Salad, but they had like
baked potato?
pasta and baked potatoes and other stuff. The Wendy's super bar. Yeah, and we would do that once
That's
a
so
week.
crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Wendy's super bar. I don't like it.
The best part of the super bar is they had chocolate pudding. That's what I remember.
Man, I fucks with Jason's Deli's chocolate pudding hard because they put
It was the same kind of
I
deal.
love that.
Yeah.
Chocolate chips in it.
But
All
yeah,
right.
Well,
That's
cool.
it. We're
well,
done.
That's
This
it,
is
man.
the whole show.
Well,
We did it. We
we're
kicked
gonna-
that's ass. Fuck
yeah,
this
we're
goddamn
We're
podcast,
gonna do all
man.
the stuff. We're gonna check out. We'll be checking out Raised by Wolves and the boys.
I'll be
we'll-
posted up with the boys. I really wish it was all at once. That's such a bitch.
Yeah,
But whatever.
we'll be hyped up and
3 episodes.
yeah, and we'll be coming back and
We're in a goddamn pandemic.
yeah, you can, what the
You
hell?
want to give me 3 eps?
And also, we're gonna have the next part B of fandoms coming up. So there
that's the
should
12th,
be
right? September 12th.
Yeah, so there should be some stuff coming
Dirk
from
Gage, the human calendar.
That's right. and a lot of the Phase 4 stuff of the MCU has been released, so there's a whole bunch of stuff coming, and that's exciting. This huge
It's gonna be
pause.
much more exciting than the Jetpack Man or the KFC slogan.
It'll be well. The upcoming rest of this year and next year are going to be way more exciting than March till now. It's
Right. Once we get like over the October hump, we're gonna have so much shit to talk
Yeah.
about you won't even understand.
been good times.
You
So
won't even know. Kathleen, she's gonna drop a fucking lung.
yeah. So hey, if you you guys like, share, subscribe, do all the stuff, and yeah, we'll see you guys
are amazing.
soon, man.
Phil, I didn't mean it when I said fuck you, but Watchmen the TV show sucked. Like, share, subscribe. God bless America.
So see you guys next week.
See you next Tuesday. We film on Tuesdays. Close mine.